Welcome to Tech Programming CSIT. Very good evening to all our viewers for joining with us. You all have connected with us through our YouTube channel. So welcome to today's session. In this video session, we will talk about how we can harness living heritage for sustainable future. Importance of protecting and promoting our traditional cultural practices. Intangible cultural heritage or living heritage is inherited from our ancestors and passed on to our descendants. Traditional cultural practices. These encompass rituals, ceremonies, festivals, and other customs passed down through generations. These are the things that a community have been doing for a long time, like special ceremonies, celebrations, and other traditions. They are like a way of doing things that have been passed down from grandparents to parents and to children. Indigenous knowledge systems refers to the wisdom, skills, and understanding acquired by indigenous communities over centuries, especially in areas like agriculture, medicine, and natural resource management. This is a knowledge and skills that people in a specific group or community have gained over many years. It includes knowing how to grow food, use plants for medicine, and take care of the environment. Significance of living heritage. Cultural identity. Living heritage is crucial for maintaining a sense of identity and continuity within communities. Living heritage is super important for helping a group of people feel like they belong to something special. It is like having traditions that make them unique, helping them to know who they are and where they come from. Biodiversity conservation. Indigenous knowledge often includes sustainable practices that contribute to the preservation of biodiversity. This is about using the knowledge from the past to take care of a variety of plants and animals in nature. People who know about their traditions often have good ways to make sure nature stays healthy. Sustainable development. The integration of traditional practices into modern context can foster sustainable development. When we use old ways of doing things in today's world, it can help us grow and improve without harming the earth. So using the traditional practices can make sure we are developing in a way that lasts a long time and doesn't hurt the environment. Importance of protecting living heritage. Preservation of cultural diversity. So let us discuss the threats to cultural diversity. Globalization and modernization can lead to the erosion of unique cultural practices. In our rapidly changing world, globalization and modernization often bring them with the risk of cultural homogenization. This poses a significant threat to the uniqueness and diversity that defines us, a global community. As a culture intermingle, traditional practices, languages, and ways of life are at loss of being lost. This brings us to the crucial question: how can we preserve this invaluable cultural diversity for future generations? Role of living heritage. It serves as guardian against cultural homogenization, preserving diversity. Living heritage is like a protector. It helps us keep things diverse by preserving the special ways that different groups of people do things. It's like a shield against everything becoming too similar. Next, let us talk about environmental conservation, how we can conserve our environment. So let us talk about indigenous knowledge in sustainable resource management. Examples like traditional agriculture methods that maintain soil fertility without depleting resources. Some group of people, especially those who are living in a place for a long time, know really good ways to take care of the land. For example, they might know how to grow food in a way that keeps the soil healthy without using all its nutrients. Contribution to biodiversity conservation. Indigenous communities often possess knowledge about local ecosystems and conservation practices. These people often know a lot about the plant and animals around them. By using their knowledge, they can help make sure that all the different plants and animals in their area stay healthy and don't disappear. This helps the variety of life on the earth, which is called biodiversity, safe and sound. Next, let us talk about how we can promote living heritage for sustainable development. So let us talk about economic opportunities. First point is cultural tourism, showcase of traditional practices as tourist attraction, providing economic benefits to communities. When a community shows off its traditional practices to visitors, it becomes like a special place for tourists. This can bring in money, and that money helps everyone in the community. So it is like sharing their unique way of life and getting something good in return. Next is traditional craftsmanship, markets for handicraft products, sustaining traditional skills and livelihoods. Some communities are really good at making things by hand, like beautiful crafts or special products. When people buy these things, it helps these special skills alive and make money that supports them, that supports the people who create them. Social cohesion and well-being. Community engagement. Participation in cultural activities fosters a sense of belonging and unity. Doing things the way their ancestors did makes people feel good inside. It is like a special kind of therapy that comes from keeping the old ways alive. So not only does it make the community stronger, but it also makes everyone feel happier and healthier. Next point is mental health benefits. Traditional practices often have therapeutic aspects contributing to community well-being. Doing things the way their ancestors did often make people feel good inside. It is like a special kind of therapy that comes from keeping the old ways alive. So not only does it make the community stronger, but it also makes everyone feel happier and healthier. Next, let us talk about the challenges in protecting and promoting living heritage. First is globalization and cultural humanization. Impact on traditional practices. Increased exposure to global cultures can lead to the dilution or loss of traditional practices. Strategies for safeguarding. Implementing policies that protect and promote cultural diversity. Next is intergenerational transmission. Digital divide and oral traditions. Challenge in passing down oral traditions in the digital age due to technological disparities. Initiatives for knowledge transfer. Educational programs and community initiatives to bridge the gap. To make sure that the unique ways of doing things doesn't get lost, we can put in some rules and ways of thinking, policies that protect and celebrate the differences between cultures. This helps keep each culture special and strong. Strategies for harnessing living heritage. Government policies and supports. Incentives for cultural preservation. Financial and regulatory support for communities engaged in cultural preservation. Sometimes the government can help communities that want to keep their special traditions alive. They might give money or make special rules to encourage and support these communities in preserving their culture. Integration into education. Inclusion of traditional knowledge in formal education systems. When we go to school, we learn many things. Sometimes the government makes sure that we also learn the special ways of doing things that our ancestors taught us. It is about making sure these ways are a part of what we learn in school. Next, let us talk about international collaboration. Exchange programs. Facilitating the sharing of best practices among different cultures. People from different parts of the world can share their special ways of doing things with each other. This can happen through programs where they visit each other's community. Exchange programs. It is like having a friend from another place show you their things, safeguarding global cultural heritage. Collaborative efforts to protect and promote cultural practices on a global scale. When many countries work together, collaborative efforts, they can protect and celebrate the unique traditions from all around the world. It is like everyone agreeing to take care of the special ways people do things so that they don't disappear. This helps make sure that the entire world is a diverse and interesting place. Next, let us talk about the role of technology in living heritage conservation. Digital archives, recording oral traditions, use of technology to document and archive oral histories. Imagine having a special place where you can keep stories that people tell us, but instead of a physical place, it is on a computer. Using technologies help us record and save these special stories that have been passed down by talking. That is also known as oral traditions. Accessible databases, creating online databases for researchers, educators, and the general public. Think of a database like a giant online library. People like researchers and teachers can use technology to create a big collection of all special things about our culture. This way, everyone can easily find and learn about them. Next is social media and cultural revitalization. Community engagement, using social media platforms for the revitalization of cultural practices and community engagement. Social media is like a big virtual community space where people from all around world, all around come together. It is like having a digital town square. Using social media helps communities share their special practices with everyone and get everyone involved. That is also known as community engagement. I hope you like this video. Do give your valuable suggestions and write in the comment box on which topic you want us to make video. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching this video.